Recent footage has gone viral of a girl walking around in circles when a group of girls walks up filming her, asking her weird questions and yelling at her. The girl replies in desperation, "Just leave me alone." But then you continue scrolling through TikTok. You find a video of the same girl being yelled at Target. You see people yelling at her house as they drive by, and all of a sudden you realize there's more to this situation than you thought. New information on Ashley Barnes has just been out. She's been doxxed. Multiple people have filmed her and her interactions, which are beyond just very, very strange. And there is so much more we need to get into. The last time we talked about her was about 3 weeks ago, so I thought I'd give an update because so many insane things have happened since then that we simply can't just skip over it. But first, here I am wearing the Coco Crazy merch, where if you click on the link in the description and purchase a sweatshirt or t-shirt, the profits go directly to a Palestinian family. Click on the link in the description. Every purchase makes me smile because I know that it's getting more food and supplies for Mustafa and his 2 toddlers. The pricing is very reasonable and it is very, very comfortable. I promise you, because I've worn it.
She kept talking about her friends leaving her and like how scared she was.
In the new age of social media, it may seem like a gift to have millions of followers, but when you do something vile and disgusting, it will turn into a nightmare very quickly. Every single thing that used to be private is now public information about Ashley. Her life is officially ruined and she is only 17. So we're gonna get into what the allegations led up to, the serious updates, and really everything that has happened to her since everyone started talking about the Ashley Barnes situation. If you are infamous, what really happens? Because for weeks and weeks, everyone was posting about Ashley Barnes and what she did and how horrible it truly was. But what did that really lead to? Well, it led to a lot of awful things. For the few who don't know the situation, I'll give a very, very brief situation summary. So Ashley Barnes was a very popular TikToker who did collabs and danced with people and made funny videos and went viral many, many times for very random reasons. But recently she got exposed for being very inappropriate with her friends. She invited a bunch of them over to party and then pressure them to take stuff that would, let's just say, knock you out, and then she planned to do very disgusting stuff to them. There's so many different allegations. All is alleged, obviously, because it has not been taken to court, but this has happened to a bunch of different people. She's pressured people, she's threatened people. There is a lot of different stuff.
Ashley Barnes knows exactly what she's doing. Whenever she comes back, I don't want to hear anybody be like, oh, well, she's just 17, she was in this rough place. No. I was 17 last year, and I knew that it was not okay to say so or, try and force it on your friends. I knew that my entire life, actually, because you know what? Age does not play a role into this.
But her age has become a topic of discussion because she is, once again, obviously no excuse for her actions, but she is very, very young. So what does her life look like now? She's completely canceled. Everyone dislikes her, all of that, but what does that really mean for her everyday life?
I keep on shopping like nothing's wrong because you sex assaulted over 10 people. That is disgusting. Find help.
There are multiple different incidents, and this is the first and the shortest, and a few other ones we're going to get into, such as her getting caught pacing around her neighborhood, where she actually did end up responding. But this one, a girl caught her at Target. She's 17, she's completely ruined her life, obviously, and now she's caught in public. What does she do? Well, she doesn't really do anything. She's with a friend, and that friend, because of how we know the internet definitely does things, they found him immediately, and he ended up dropping a response to this entire situation and explained why he was with her, so we'll see that soon. It is interesting to see people get confronted in person for the things they did, because usually, something happens online, people don't want to have like an awkward experience confronting someone, so definitely it's something new. I don't see this type of thing every day. Like, you don't see James Charles confronted or something. Like, it's definitely a new perspective how the internet has been changing.
Hi, I'm the guy from the Target video. My name is Jacob, and this is my story time. I was friends with Ashley prior. I went to check in on her because I was worried about her mental health, and as a friend, I just wanted to make sure she was doing okay.
This is definitely not the way you would want to start this ideally, but I get it. Maybe he didn't know the full picture and stuff, and it's just your friend. You don't really know what's going on, you're not really paying attention. That's my guess is kind of what's happening from this short clip, and your friend's kind of freaking out. You're like, you're blowing up on TikTok, but I don't really know why. People are talking about you. Maybe I'll check up on you. Maybe he didn't know, so let's just see.
That does not mean I support anything she has done at all. I have been essayed before, and I don't support that or condone that. I just want to make sure she was safe. There is so much that has happened, but I'm only sharing what happened at Target. We got to Target. We decided prior that we were going to get our hair dyed. We go straight to the hair dye, get the dyes, get the bleach, get the gloves. We got extra gloves because we didn't know if it was going to come in the kit or not. This girl comes out and starts recording us.
I think the smartest thing to do, and this is not me, do not take this as me, like, giving Ashley advice or something. I'm just saying, like, if you were in this situation, let's say, freak incident, and somehow all the allegations are fake, which obviously they aren't, but, like, some situation where, like, people are just recording you, they're mad at you, not Ashley. Once again, Ashley's, what she did was completely awful, should never do it. But, like, let's say you're in an incident where people are filming you, and maybe you are in the right somehow. I think the best situation would be to stay silent. I'm no expert, but I just feel like that would be the best outcome. It's tempting to say something back, but I feel like the internet would make you the bad guy if you did.
She starts yelling at Ashley, asking why she's shopping like nothing's happening after seeing 10 people. I'm honestly gagged because, like, I don't know what I'm going to do if I say anything, like, because I don't know the whole situation. So I can't say anything. And I'm being like, Ashley, don't say because it won't look good for you. Like, she could have got jumped was my mindset. I did not expect that video to go as viral as it did.
It definitely, like, it was guaranteed to go viral. Ashley Barnes was the only thing on, like, anyone's For You page for, like, a straight 2 weeks at least. Like, literally everything Ashley Barnes, what she did. So obviously a video confronting her in real life, which of course is a little awkward, is going to go mega viral. It's same as the ones we're going to get into after this one. They get more awkward as they go on.
I did expect it to be, like, posted. I had people texting me, telling me to off myself, calling me. I already know, you don't need to tell me. I had people post about me, claiming they knew me. I was called her stepbrother. I was called her boyfriend. I was called fat, ugly, so much.
I'm just curious, how did they find him? Like, the image is blurry. Did they go through her following or something? Like, I'm just really curious, and a lot of people don't show their following. So, like, genuinely, the internet amazes me sometimes. Like, it's a blurry image of some dude, and his face isn't even showing. Hers is barely even showing. I'm just amazed. Someone must have said something. Maybe they posted something and was like, hey, this dude, it's his account. That is pretty insane.
And on top of all that, I was still doing classes, and I was still grieving my dead dog. I would go on to campus, and I'd have people ask me about Ashley. I'd come home from class to, like, a bunch of notifications of people calling me a...
Once again, how did people know? Like, if I saw this dude in public before we posted this video, I'd be like, oh, some random dude. Like, I would never guess. That is insane. Like, he talks about, like, he made a bunch of different parts. This is the first part. We'll see a little bit of the other part before we move on to a different thing we need to discuss about the Ashley update. But it's insane to me. Like, genuinely, someone tell me, how the heck did people find him and send him all these messages, know him in real life, I mean, real life makes more sense, but still, like, the internet is actually scary sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie.
I was not on TikTok the week she was canceled. I had so much going on in my life, and honestly, like I said in the past videos, TikTok was the last thing on my mind. I got a call from Ashley saying a friend of hers, and that she was preggers. So obviously, not knowing the full situation, I went to her house and made sure she was okay. She seemed really out of it, and I just thought, okay. And she was really out of it. She kept talking about her friends leaving her and, like, how scared she was.
Wow, when I do disgusting stuff to my friends and creep them out and weird them out, they don't want to be my friends anymore? That's so weird. Ashley, congratulations. You learned that you are a terrible friend. He also posted this. Point of view. I'm the guy from the Target video. I don't support this, you know what, and got roped into a messy situation I never signed up for. I'm not gonna lie, it could be an accident. Like, I will be honest, not everyone is on TikTok all the time, even though it was a huge incident, and he's obviously showing an image of one of Ashley's former friends who made a video exposing her, talking about how she was threatened and pressured. Ashley, typical Ashley doing that type of stuff, but it is a possibility. I will say, we shouldn't all, like, attack this dude. I feel like ruining lives, like, he wasn't the one that committed it. Who knows? He may not have known. He could not, like, there's a possibility he is definitely telling the truth. So I feel like people sending him tons of messages, hot take, is probably not the best thing to do. Like, let's focus our negative energy on things that actually matter instead of some dude that could have definitely been roped into the situation.
So then she gets really excited, and it's like, wait, I could do whatever I want now. I can get, like, my eyebrows pierced, I can get my belly button pierced, I could dye my hair. I'm like,
I am sorry, what? That is your reaction to all of these allegations? I can do whatever I want, I'm free now. What? This girl is this girl is definitely someone, that's for sure.
Let's maybe start with dyeing her hair. So I take her to Target and we get hair dye. And then I get swatted. Well, we get swatted. And I'm canceled by association of just being in the presence of Ashley. And I kind of find it crazy because there's just one video of me at Target and automatically I'm a Diddy supporter and I'm like, support Ashley Barnes. But I was stuck. I didn't know how to get out of that because it got very personal. Like, I wanted to leave the friendship and just be done with it. But it was very late at that point, and Ashley was like, well, if you're not friends with me, like, I don't have anyone I'm gonna kill off. And I would not want anybody themselves. One time I hung out with Ashley and she touched my privates.
Ashley Barnes is on a roll. No one is safe. Like, you can be the most supportive friend. You can, like, be like, yeah, I'll be canceled for you, Ashley. I'll be your friend. Really? Like, no one's safe from her. It's actually insane.
I've not shared that yet because it's getting hard to. I don't know. It's like, I was scared to come out with it because Ashley told me she was 18 and I just turned 20 when I met her. I already have a lot of people not believing the situation and I feel weak admitting that happened to me. I feel weak that I didn't leave sooner when I really tried to.
In the first video this guy released with like 60,000 likes, people are a lot more judging the comments, kind of trailed off because he posted a few different parts, and people are a little bit more supportive in this one. Most of them were like saying, why didn't you worry about the mental health of the victims and stuff? Yeah, it is a possibility. We don't know enough about this guy. We don't know. Sure, he could be lying. Sure, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know why everyone's focusing on him. Like, it was one video. The video did get a lot of views. It got a few million, but still, like, yeah, I don't know. There is a possibility. Not everyone uses TikTok. I got TikTok a few, like, years ago. Throughout, like, the entirety of middle school, I didn't have it. I didn't get the references people made, and it was so annoying. Like, they'd make TikTok, like, memes and jokes and stuff and do dances, and I just felt, like, so out of it. So, understandably, some people just don't like it. They don't watch it, and all the drama was happening on TikTok. So, I'm just going to say, like, we don't know for sure.
It's funny, Ashley Barnes.
In another viral clip, Ashley Barnes is caught pacing around a neighborhood alone because she's kind of lost all of her friends. There's copyrighted music, but there isn't really much to it. They ask her questions, and they basically say the thing you'd expect. Why are you doing stuff to your friends? And she says, can you just leave me alone, please? This time she says something because, I mean, no one's with her. No one's there to stop her. And, I mean, at this point, her reputation can't be wrecked anymore. Footage has also been caught of her on her local treadmill at a local gym, and this one, of course, the other two are pretty much, at this point, I'm not going to say confirmed, but pretty close to it, because that dude, and there's more proof surrounding these two. That girl sounds and looks like her. The treadmill one, sure, it could be faked. I couldn't find it, but I remember seeing it. She's just walking on a treadmill. They don't confront her. They just film her and walk by and say, Ashley Barnes at my gym, still not talking about the allegations. And I've seen TikToks, I remember on my For You page, of Ashley Barnes doing some TikTok on a treadmill that looked similar. So it might not be her because it's far away, but it looked like it could be.
Hi, my name is Chloe Lauren Whitaker, and I was one of Ashley's friends at UCLA. The plan was to be here for 6 weeks. I came in here not knowing anyone, and I came from pretty far away. I'm from Atlanta. We were here to take college credit courses with other college students, and me and Ashley were some of the youngest people here. I really do not want to say anything on my situation right now or my experience and really get into details. I just want to say a couple of things.
This confuses me. It is possible, and I have heard she's going to this college, but at the same time she's 17, that would mean she went really early. And I remember someone DM'd me with, I'm not going to say proof because I don't want to get sued, but there was a lot of evidence that they likely went to school with her, and they said she's still in high school. So when there is a situation that goes viral, some people make up stories. So I'm not saying this girl is, but I just don't know for sure. She is 17, like I'm 99% sure she is, so it just seems unlikely that she would be going to college, but maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not the roommate from July 7th, but I know she and the other people that were there are planning on speaking out soon. And I just want to say that when they do, please, please, please show them a lot of love and support because they are going through the most here. They're so strong. They're the kindest people I know. They are not even planning on leaving to go back home or anything. They truly do not want, like, the situation with Ashley to ruin their experience here. And
Okay, I could be wrong because I have seen TikToks about maybe her roommates feeling like uncomfortable, her forcing stuff on her roommates. So yeah, I definitely could be wrong. Like, I could be wrong. I've just been hearing so many different stuff. So this girl, there is a likely chance maybe she's telling the truth. I don't know for sure, but there definitely was. I remember some people made a comment about her doing weird stuff with her roommates and making them really, really uncomfortable, which if she is doing that, which, I mean, she likely is due to, like, former accusations, kick her out. Like, kick her out now.
they plan on staying here for the remainder of the summer. As far as the situation with Ashley and what she's currently doing here, we literally have no clue. She's been reported to the UCLA, like, enforcement people. I don't know if it's, like, the Title IX people or anything like that, but I know that she was reported. And, I know that one of Ashley's roommates, she had about 5, saw her packing a suitcase, so I think she might be leaving. I'm not sure where she'd be going, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be heading out soon. And you guys probably know my old roommate, Elle. That was her bed. She did leave, and part of it was because of Ashley, but there were some other things.
Usually I try to, like, see the best in people, and I know you're gonna, like, I know whoever's watching this is going to roll their eyes because my videos can be very, very negative, but in them, if you watch the full thing and don't complain about how long it is, and yeah, watch the whole thing, then you will see, I will try, but it's so hard to try with Ashley, even though, sure, she's young. I mean, like, the amount of people she's affected, it's just so hard to, like, see the positive in this situation. There is no positive.
And the roommate from July 7th is no longer living with Ashley. She pretty much moved in to my hall, into one of our friends' dorms, a couple floors below me. And right now she is allowed to literally take any of the space that I have. I only have one roommate now. I'm not gonna get into details, obviously. If I were to, it won't be until later, until all of us who are friends with Ashley kind of, like, speak about it. But just know that, like, stuff from, like, a UCLA's, like, from one of her UCLA friends, it will be coming out soon. I just don't know when, because it's not my schedule. Yeah.
Let's just think about this for a second. Realistically, what is Ashley going to do with her future? She's so young and she got canceled immediately. Like, everyone knows who she is. If she's being spotted in random places from a distance, I mean, she's cooked. Like, she could try getting a job at, like, a coffee shop or something, because clearly TikTok is probably not going to work out for her. She could continue to post, but TikTok itself does not pay that well. Like, I mean, sure, it's fun to go viral, but I don't even know if she was going to do that for an actual career. That's why she was going to college, because she was doing something else. I mean, businesses don't want people that, like, are in a serious controversy. If they have a bad reputation, which Ashley has a terrible reputation, they're not going to take you. They're going to fire you. Maybe she'll get a job, but if she gets caught or gets spotted, she'll get fired immediately. I mean, what is she going to do realistically? Because, I mean, no college is going to accept her. I mean, maybe she can find a college, but even after that, she will not be able to find a job. So I'm just confused. What's she going to do? Ever since the last 2 weeks, she's so unpopular that people have found relatively, I could be wrong, but relatively old clips like this one of old TikTokers like Benji, who a lot of you know, post kind of sometimes purposely cringe 2022 core, stuff like that, silly makeup tutorials and stuff. They found that an old clip of her, like, talking about how she really likes his support and stuff, and he hasn't really said anything yet, but his comments, a lot of his top comments were saying, why do you support Ashley? And, I mean, once again, she was friends with a lot of TikTokers before this and stuff, but it is crazy that, like, this is how disliked she is. People are going through her own videos and, like, making sure they know who, like, so-called supports her so they can come after those people. I mean, like, imagine being that unpopular.
I have an update about my crush. So, you guys' comments convinced me, and I decided to just message her. I asked the party host for her number, and so I just messaged her and was, hey. She said, hey, who is this? And then I just said who I was, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, I thought you were someone else that went to the party. I was like, anyway, how's your day? So, like, not slick at all. Guys, I'm off my game. I haven't been flirting in a long time. But anyway, so we were texting each other, and I said that I, like, need to ask her something, but I don't know if I can do it over text, because what if she screenshots it? Guys, I'm eating chocolate. That's how nervous I am.
People have even studied some of her old videos, and I say study because, like, how are they even finding this stuff? maybe it's like on an old Snap story or something. Like, I gotta respect the grind at this point. But people are finding stuff and figuring out that she lied in videos and pretty much kind of, I'm not gonna say it, but allegedly proving people's point when they talk about their situation. Like, she's lying about relationships she was in, lying about how she met people, because her story does not align with theirs at all.
Why am I doing this? Do I even know she's gay? No. At half day Wednesday, you know, and just like hang out. Or it could be like a date if you're down.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay. Okay, so I'll talk to you tomorrow then.
Okay.
Bye. I'm going outside! What am I gonna wear? I need your guys' help, and I need to make the decision like now. For context, as you guys know, I've been off my game. I cannot believe I'm doing this right now. Okay.
What I don't understand is like that she's like publicly talking about this. I feel like if you're talking to someone and obviously she knows them, they go to the same school and stuff, wouldn't they know about her social media? Wouldn't they like follow her? Because she likely either posted this on TikTok, but more likely her Snap story. Oh, she says she doesn't have Snapchat, so maybe if she posted on her Snap story, that makes sense. People have also found her house and have been screaming things when they drive by. I heard it was guys, like when I saw the video. Once again, it is hard to re-find these clips, people. I'm really, really sorry. I've been trying to recover all the clips that I've seen, and of course, maybe it couldn't be, but like, let's be honest, when something like this happens and so many people know her, it's likely she will get doxed. Like, that is not surprising. It is crazy that her first reaction, if that guy is, because everything's allegedly, if that was her reaction where she's like, now I can do whatever I want, that's a interesting reaction to your life being like, I mean, there's not really a way to sugarcoat it. Like, seriously, what is she gonna do? I mean this in the nicest way possible. What do you do after something like this? I mean, do you just keep posting like nothing happened? That's what people are mad because on her Snap story, let's see a clip, she just continues to post like nothing's happened. Maybe she hopes it'll die out. I mean, something like this isn't just gonna die out. Like, you're not James Charles.
Good morning, Snapchat. After the party, I went back to my dorm and got my stuff because the girls were having a sleepover at one of the girls' Airbnbs. So I'm here now because today's Tuesday and I don't have class today. It was nice to get a break from the dorms as well. But I'm probably gonna go hang out with some campus friends and go around town today.
Ashley, going anywhere in public is probably not the smartest idea, even for her safety, because let's be honest, I'm not talking about like, oh, her safety is the number one thing, blah, 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 but just like from a realistic standpoint, if like random girls are going to confront you and like yell at you, imagine what like a group or a mob would do. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's like even safe for her to go in public anymore, because I mean, getting called out sucks in public, but like there are people that would definitely take it the next level. Like, I would not doubt that. Like the guy said earlier, there are people that will take it the next level. She may have even lucked out in those incidents.
Get some dinner. That's what I'm thinking once I wake up and get back to UCLA though, because it's low-key a hike. Okay guys, here's my fit for the day. I cropped the neckline out of this shirt, and then these are from Urban. I think this is Brandy.
I'm willing to bet almost anything that she did think at first it would just die out, but the opposite happened. It caught on fire, it took off, and now everyone knows about it. But I will be honest, like, considering how many awful things she did to so many different people, she clearly thought what she was doing. I mean, maybe she, like, fully knew, oh, I'm gonna be evil today. But maybe she just considered, you know, I'm popular on TikTok, I can do whatever I want. Maybe she just has, like, this, like, spoiled girl mindset that makes her think she can do what she wants. And people are mad at her on the internet, well, everyone gets canceled. Maybe she had that type of mindset, but it's something, you're on a different level of cancellation. Let's just say most people don't even meet.
Ashley Barnes' situation is being blown out of proportion, and hear me out. And you're probably thinking, Patrick, why would people being S be taken out of context? Well, because when I watched her apology video, because I didn't know what the heck was going on, you would have thought she was the victim with how the hell she was acting, blaming, first of all, not only like them, I guess, but also us, like people on the internet. She was like, you guys are just mean and all this stuff. I was like, whoa. So like, I was like doing research. I was like, what the hell? Like, what could possibly be going on that people are like bullying her, you know? It was also hilarious to see the video of her shopping in Target and somebody actually called her out. Like, I wish I had the balls to do that. If I saw somebody in public, because that's something you would have to just like on the spot, like think, should I say something to this person? Because you don't just plan on seeing like an influencer out in public, you know, like same with a celebrity. But
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm brave enough to do that. I would be way too awkward. I would just embarrass myself. It would never get posted. And I also own an iPod. Like, sometimes I borrow other people's iPhones to take photos, but I don't even have, like, a good quality phone. I have an iPad and an iPod, so I wouldn't even be able to take good footage. No one would believe me. They'd be like, who is that? That's just some random person. Stop staging things. So it wouldn't end well for me. Even if it was some influencer I liked and I wasn't even calling them out for it, I don't know. I just feel like I'd be kind of awkward. And yeah, I don't know. I've never even seen an influencer, so this isn't really a problem I have. But yeah, a lot of them were with their friends, a few of the people that confronted them. So maybe they kind of hyped each other up and stuff. But it would be awkward, I feel like. And then you just like walk away. Like, it is definitely a brave thing to do. I will give them that.
she has since deleted the said apology video that personally doesn't really even contribute to a apology, but this Huda baking powder is so good, by the way. And I'm using the Rare Beauty Contour and Natasha Denona Concealer to highlight. I am honestly curious what you guys are thinking on this situation. Like, I personally am just like, I don't even know where to go to like hear a relative point of view about this, besides obviously the victims, you know.
Yeah, I remember her apology. It was weeks ago. I have only made I think I made 2 videos on it. I believe it was so long ago. It was 3 weeks ago. But yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to make an update on it because, I mean, what really happens? Like, this really shows what happens when something this bad gets exposed for you and you're so young and you have a huge platform with millions of followers. Well, it doesn't end well, let's just say that. But yeah, I remember her apology. She didn't even really touch on it. All she did was talking about like her mental health and the internet and stuff. It really was not an apology. Like, if you watched it, you would never even guess the situation at all. But yeah, it is definitely interesting. It is annoying that this situation has contributed to a lot of people just inserting themselves. I remember showing you guys in the first or second video I made, I don't remember, it was either first or second, with that one girl that was just like, type something rude or something kind of like, you're cute, in Ashley Barnes' live stream, and Ashley Barnes kind of rejected her, was like, ugh, didn't like it, and so she inserted herself and acted like she was one of the victims. So that it is an annoying thing that happens in this situation. People will just insert themselves and act like they're part of it, and it's like, dude, you're not part of it. Please shut your mouth and get out of here. But it definitely did lead to a lot of good, because I'm glad that she got the backlash she deserved. You can't just do this type of stuff to your friends and get away with it. She thought she'd get away with it. Well, she was wrong.
But the victims are getting banned for speaking out about it. But I'm glad they're speaking out about it, and I hope they get the justice that they deserve, because nobody should go through that. That is awful. Especially, like, if you're thinking, oh, like, this is my friend, and then they just do that. Like, what? I always had a really bad feeling about her too. Like, whenever that video of her and Savannah saying like they broke up, that popped up on my For You page. That was my first introduction of her. Like, I had no idea who she was. And then after I got that video, a bunch of her videos kept popping up on my For You page.
I think my first was the one in the, like, crying in the prom dress meme. It went mega viral, and I didn't even remember it was hers until I was researching, going through her videos, and I was like, yeah, I remember seeing that one. I think I even liked it. So I unliked it, obviously. So she's just sitting there, and she's crying in her prom dress, and she's singing to the song, and saying, I'm sitting here crying in my prom dress, all that, and it fits the mood. She's wearing, I believe, a green dress, and there's lights, and they're dancing, and she's crying. Something with her, like, former, whoever she was going with, they didn't go with her, something like that, so she went with her best friend. There was, like, a bunch of stuff to it, that's why it went viral, but it had, like, 2 million likes, so it's crazy. Like, a few weeks before she got canceled, she went, like, legitimately viral. She was getting millions of likes a post.
I was like, she feels very fake. Like, what's going on? Like, this is a very fake persona that is just for the internet. Like, my intuition was like, I never followed her. But all this is crazy, and she needs to be locked up somewhere that she can get help, because
I wonder what her parents are like in this situation. I heard rumors, I remember people in my comments were saying this, cannot confirm it, allegedly, that her dad was, like, standing up for her and he was on her side, and people were very mad about that. Rightfully so, because she should be taking accountability, which she clearly has not done, as she has just continued to post in her Snap like it's normal. and she has kind of stopped posting on all social media since. She's kind of ceased. I mean, it's probably what she should have done a while ago. I mean, maybe released an apology, but I mean, let's be honest, none of us would have accepted it, even if it was like the most like, I'm really, really sorry. I mean, it would have been fake anyway, but no one would have accepted it. The best thing she can do is, like this girl said, get some help and just stay away from doing the stuff she's doing. Stay away from any type of stuff that you take. You know what I mean? I can't say it, but stay away from any of that stuff, because clearly her actions are awful when she takes that. And like we learned in school, that stuff is not good for you. It takes away your control over your actions. I mean, once again, when you take that stuff, what you do after that is your fault. If you go driving after you take something like that, you do something awful, it's your fault. Like any actions you do, it's your fault, but still, it's going to mess with your mind. So, I mean, clearly that does not make her more good, like help her be more polite and respectful. So why is she taking it? I don't understand. Maybe there's more problems to this situation than we know, but even without it, she'll threaten her friends, she'll do bad stuff, she'll pressure them, she'll cheat, she'll lie, all this awful stuff. She'll hit on, while she's dating someone, she'll hit on like 50 different people on Instagram and Snapchat, and when they stop replying because they're not comfortable, they don't want to be in a cheating scandal, as they said themselves, she finds other platforms they're on and continues to message them. Definitely someone who needs a whole lot of help. That is for sure. She needs to fix her ways and get help. Obviously, doxing her, do not do that. That's not okay. Don't drive by her house. Don't do that type of stuff. Don't put her in danger. She needs to better herself. And yeah, it definitely is a really rough, sad situation, but it is important to get updates on stuff like this, as awful and depressing they are, because we need to learn. I mean, we're seeing in the present day consequences for your actions. Yes, it sucks being called out in public, but I mean, they did just shout at her. They didn't punch her in the face or anything, which I'm going to be honest, once again, she may actually be in danger legitimately. I'm not saying this to like defend her, but when you lost 200,000 people that were following your TikTok in literally like a month, and well, not a month, like 2 weeks, and you have hundreds of thousands of people mad at you, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't bet on you. And plus, people know where you live now and drive by and stuff. I'd be really careful if I were her. I mean, I wouldn't be her because I wouldn't get myself in that situation. But just take this as a lesson: is don't do awful stuff, because life has consequences. And I don't care if she's 17. 17, as many people have said before, I believe at the beginning of this video, I don't care. When you're 17, you're aware of what you're doing. What you're doing is bad. You need to learn to control yourself when it comes to pressuring people, when it comes to all the things she's done. So overall, don't use her age as an excuse in the comments. Same with Paul Real. Stop using his age as an excuse. He has a platform. I don't care. He can't do bad stuff. Stop using people's age as an excuse for their actions. She knew what she was doing, and yeah, the consequences are harsh, but that's what happens when you do this type of stuff. People are also, as they do in many of these viral situations, they make fake accounts of her and they reply for attention. They'll like name it Ashley, use a profile picture that seems like she would use. They gain like a few thousand followers, and then they reply. They'll post something really rage baity, like, I don't care what I did at that sleepover. And then people will be in the comments somehow believing them, being like, Ashley, you should have remorse. And she'll reply, I'll reply when I feel like it. I don't feel like having remorse. I want to live my life and have fun. And it's like, dude, I don't know. Imagine being that much of a loser. And once again, not defending Ashley, just saying these type of people obviously are using the situation for single-handedly their own gain. They're not using it for awareness. They're just spreading misinformation at this point. And it's like, imagine being such a loser that you create an account and impersonate someone to spread misinformation because you want attention yourself. Like, it's not going to have any benefits. You're not going to make money off of it. All you're doing is spreading misinformation. That's not going to do anyone any good. People have also made videos lying about this situation, which really annoys me, just making things up. Once again, inserting themselves. This situation definitely has a lot of problems that aren't just Ashley. Ashley is the one that caused all of the damage to the victims, but people, it just shows that the internet, there's a lot of greedy people that just want single-handedly to spread misinformation for attention. Like, that's one thing to make an entire account with like 40 videos just kind of pretending like it's your experience. That's awful. That's milking it. But it is another thing to, once again, and I'm not talking about the victims. I'm talking about the people that like would go into the live streams and like comment weird stuff and then she'd get mad at them. Stuff like that when you warn a victim. If you're a victim, make as many videos as you want. I do not care. You are a victim. You can do whatever you want. But the people that are just spreading misinformation for fun and doing that type of stuff, those are the dangerous people that annoy me so much. And I've seen them more than I've ever seen before in a situation. There have got to be like 50 accounts with thousands of followers impersonating her, and it's doing no good except bringing more misinformation to this platform. Just remember, use this as a reminder in the future, when there's a situation like this, it's okay to spread information about it as long as it is not misinformation. If you're just making up stuff, then you kind of suck as a person. And I've seen this so much. Once again, I don't know, like, what is the point of impersonating her? I mean, basically no one except for like 5 morons are buying this. I just don't understand it. I guess people are just really attention hungry. There have been some accounts that have done some benefits to the situation, such as make accounts where they list the victims, they give a bunch of different videos, spreading it to more and more people so they are aware of the situation. There was definitely a lot of people that have done the good in the situation and given their opinion and stuff, as long as it's decently respectful. Like, you can talk about the situation. Of course, there are people that I also don't like in this situation, like obviously Natalie Reynolds, the Queen Rage Baiter, who fakes everything. And people somehow fall for it. These people have got to be under 11. She has obviously made a bunch of videos making jokes about the situation, kind of making it about her, obviously, pretending to get sued. Another girl who just loves to make up stuff, make it about her. She does this in every single situation, but she pretended to get sued. Don't even get me started on her. The point is, remember, when there's something like this, do the best to do what's good for it. See you in the next one. Bye.